I'm Dr. Dyan Haspel-Johnson, and it is time for a weekly sleep tip. Now, I've been talking about hypnosis and self-hypnosis and how you can learn self-hypnosis for your own self-care so that you can use it in a lot of different circumstances to empower you and also to sleep better, because it actually really helps with sleep. So first of all, people often ask me, and I've talked about this before in this space, but I'm going to talk about it again. What is the difference between hypnosis and self-hypnosis? Okay, so hypnosis is when we go to someone and they are hypnotizing us. They're putting us into a trance state where they're focusing us on things and leading us through something, and it has a goal, a treatment strategy. Self-hypnosis is when we do that to ourselves. Now, sometimes we go in and out of self-hypnosis without realizing that's what we're doing. And so if you learn about self-hypnosis and you learn how to do it, you actually gain mastery and control over that, which is awesome. I talk actually more about this. If you want to go to the link in my profile and download the complimentary ebook and video, you can understand more about what self-hypnosis is, and also get a lot of my favorite sleep tips for creating an environment right away that can help you start sleeping better, and all kinds of other great stuff. But really, one of the things that you will learn there, and that I want to tell you a little bit more about, is how self-hypnosis is something that we can gain mastery of. And for example, here's an example. Let's say you are feeling anxious about going to sleep because maybe you have really bad insomnia or restless legs or have nightmares, or wake up in the middle of the night and have trouble going back to sleep, or you wake up and you're really fatigued and you're tossing and turning, things like that. I hear a lot about that. Snoring, sleep apnea, things like that. And so a lot of times people, when they have these kinds of symptoms, will feel anxious about even getting into bed, because there's this unpleasant experience that's associated with that, even though they so desperately want to go to sleep. Do you know what I'm talking about? And so that feeling of stress is itself actually a hypnotic state. It's a story, it's a perception. Hypnosis and self-hypnosis have a lot to do with perception. And when you learn about hypnosis and self-hypnosis, what you learn is that you can change your perceptions. I know that sounds really simple. How do you do it? Well, that's what self-hypnosis teaches you. And when you learn how to shift your perceptions, you can change your entire physical reality. It's really amazing. I'll talk about that maybe a little bit in the next video, so watch this space. And I do talk about some of this kind of stuff again in that free download, that free ebook and video that you can get by going to the link in my profile. But really, when we understand that both pleasant and unpleasant experiences, perceptions that we have, rigid beliefs that we have, that we think this is the truth, this is a fact. We read something and we believe that that's a fact. People on the left, people on the right, they say, well, I'm the one who knows what is true. And how do we really know what's true? We have to get to a quiet space where we can hear our own inner voice, where we can hear our own truth without all of this stuff that's spinning around in the mind, because it's all really perception. And so when you're lying awake in bed and your mind is spinning, I'm not going to be able to sleep, this is going to be another miserable night, that's actually a self-hypnotic story. When you wake up in the night and suddenly wide awake and the mind is going and it's hard to go back to sleep, that's another unpleasant hypnotic state. When you can shift that and learn how to shift that, when you learn the techniques of self-hypnosis and what it's really about, you gain mastery. You get to be in choice. You're in the driver's seat. So hypnosis is not really about someone else telling you what to do. Self-hypnosis is about you deciding. And that's why it's so amazing. It's so empowering. over and over and over again, people tell me how incredible it is. And so my hope for you is that you can learn some self-hypnosis for your own self-care. I have materials that teach people how to do this. You can find them on my website, and you can learn more about them. And I think you really enjoy it. All right. So check out those materials. Let me know what you think, and sweet dreams.